Hey everybody, guess what? We are back. This is Mr. Extraordin, and this is African Frame Podcast. I'm not alone, I'm with Rob Sibeko, my co-host. I know he looks like a football coach, maybe like Pep or something. He's ready for action, as you can see. And yeah, guys, we're gonna be doing something a bit different. Rob and I hardly speak about series unless it's a tangent in an already existing movie review that we're doing, like how we spoke about Umbrella Academy or how we speak about random stuff in general. But today we're going to be intentional and speak about series. So there's going to be a segment that we are going to be doing. For the most part, I think I'll be doing it solo dolo, but yeah, we're going to be doing it with Rob as well, where we discuss series. And the first one that we want to talk about is The Penguin. So The Penguin is basically a spin-off series from the film called The Batman that came out not so long ago, starring Robert Pattinson. And The Penguin was starring Colin Farrell. He was mostly unrecognizable in that role. His performance, the way he looks, uh, truly amazing casting. He actually just recently won, I think, a Golden Globe for the role. That's how great he is. So yeah, I think it's what, 6 episodes or eight?
8.
8 episode series. It basically explores the life of Oswald Cobblepot. He's standing in, well, I guess you could say the mafia underground crime world or whatever. And his aspirations. Also, we get a bit of a deep dive into his backstory when he was still a child, his relationship with his mother, his relationship with his brothers, his relationship with the Falcones and the Maronis, and all of that. So, yeah, is there something that you want to say, Rob, before we get into it?
No, I'm good. Let's get ready. Let's go.
Okay, so what was your initial thought when you heard that they were going to do a series in the first place?
I thought companies have tried stuff like this before and it's never really worked out.
Mm. What comes to mind when you speak, like, what do you think? What do you think?
Gaming studios, first I always think of gaming because that's what I'm into. So gaming is a good example would be a movie called a game called Quantum Leap, I believe that's what it's called. Quantum Break, I think, where basically the idea was to mix it a game and a TV series together. And I remember people complaining that the individual. So what happened with the game would play, there'd be cutscenes, but then there'd be live action, actual episodes of a TV series, basically, right?
In the game.
Yes, in the game, and
Okay.
then eventually the game was so like hands off that your controller turned off. I remember people are complaining because remember your controller, if it thinks you're not playing anymore, turns itself off.
Mm.
Those controllers would turn off because the game was taking so long to start being a game again, and that wasn't successful.
Oh, so you couldn't skip. You couldn't skip these.
Well, yeah,
These.
I would defeat the purpose. Why would you skip? Remember, that's like me saying I'm going to skip the penguin. You get what I mean? So if you
Yeah.
skip, that would be a failure on their side.
So
Just didn't
people will
work
be
out.
forced to watch these things.
Exactly. And then there was another game called Defiant. They made a video game.
Yes.
This one was like they tried to do like an open world thing, right? Kind of like Destiny, World of Warcraft type thing. MMORPG is what it's called. And this one they added an actual real life separate TV series that came out on like who knows where. And the game flopped and the TV series was cancelled within one season.
Because
So,
the game flopped.
well, who knows which one flopped first, really? But yeah, they both flopped. Just didn't work out. Um,
But I guess you have things like Fallout where the series is doing well, I'm assuming. I don't know.
well, that's the problem. You're talking about one example that worked out. There's been multiple examples. There are examples I haven't even thought of that they tried to do this. And let's not forget that most video games that turn into most video games that turn into a movie are terrible. I mean, I love Street Fighter the movie, but can you call that good? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that Street Fighter and the one with the Legend of Chun-Li was
Yes.
not good.
Legend of Chun-Li is one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my entire life. Um,
Jeez.
it is honestly so stupid if you spend more than 2 seconds thinking about it. Tomb Raider.
Jeez. Jesus.
Tomb Raider, I was fun but stupid. Enjoyed my. It was quality SABC.
Which one?
The what's her name? Angelina Jolie ones were SABC one. Do you know what I mean?
The first one. Or
The first
yeah,
two
the
were
first two.
the definition of SABC one. Do you know what
Right.
I mean?
I think Gerard Butler was in them, wasn't he?
I think it was James Bond. I think I know he was in the second one. I think what's his name? James Bond?
Pierce Brosnan?
No, Silver.
Daniel Craig.
There we go. Daniel Craig was apparently in one of them.
No,
But I
man. I
think you're
think
right.
Gerard Butler was definitely in one of them.
But anyway, they were dumb movies, but no one expected quality. And of course, everyone knows about the Super Mario movie. And of course, the other Tomb Raider was polished, but not fun. Walter Goggins aside, it just wasn't a. It was a letdown. And
It was by that lady Alicia something.
yeah,
Alicia Viz something, right?
yeah, where they tried to make like a, because like you could say Angelina Jolie was based off the old Tomb Raider, and then What's Her Face was based off the new Tomb Raider, the upgrade, remaster, remake one, and both failed. So there's been this line of failure, and of course the failures go in the other direction as well. There's been an Iron Man game that existed that's one of the worst things ever. There's been a Thor game that was one of the worst things ever. There was a Green Lantern game that's one of the worst things ever. I think the only people that have produced good games is maybe Spider-Man. So movie to video games, disaster, video games to movies in terms of disaster.
Right.
Then of course you tie this as well, where you get these ambitious things where they try to do other things as well. Oh, we're gonna add a comic book to this. Don't worry, guys, it's not just this, and it fails.
Yeah.
So this did not have a lot going behind it. Like it almost feels like a bad idea. But I just watched Vengeance, the movie, today, and you know what? Normally it would be like, oh, this guy, we saw him for 2 seconds, and then they turned a TV series into him. But no, Penguin's kind of a major character in the movie.
Wait, so you saw the series before you saw the movie?
Yes. And I'm glad I did, actually. I'm kind of glad I did. There was a lot I didn't expect from the Penguin character. Because again, normally they'll be like, oh, I just walked past the guy. He's got his own TV series now. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So I thought that was really cool. Like
what Star Wars is doing now.
Yeah, Star Wars, not the Mandalorian, but the other guy.
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett, yes.
Yeah, because let's be honest, Boba Fett was an extra, guys.
Yeah,
in the original trilogy, he was an extra, guys.
I think the only thing he did in the third movie was go and then die.
Exactly. Stupidly. He died like
a chump. And then they were like, no, let's give him 8 episodes. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Penguin was completely irrelevant, and I think that matters. So that was great.
And I think it was done so well that you didn't really have to watch the movie to figure out what's going on. Like if you watch the series without having watched the movie and you still felt the way you did, then that's impressive. I guess the only thing that probably was like a mental glitch for you was seeing Falcone in the movie, because he's played by.
Yes, that was so confusing.
Yeah, who's this guy? We spoke about him
Mark
before.
Strong.
Huh?
And there's Mark Strong, and then there's the
No,
other
Mark
guy.
Strong is the series. The movie, it's
John Turturro.
Wow. Yeah, John Turturro. Why am I like?
Dude, I took a shot in the dark there. I was literally throwing
I don't get it. Like, why would we forget John Turturro? It doesn't make sense.
Because I'm like, it's so weird seeing him play Italian like that. Because at the same time, I'm pretty sure he is actually Italian. Like, isn't he? I think
Turturro sounds Italian. I think he's Italian. Or is he Jewish? I don't know. But I think he's Italian.
I think he's Italian, yeah. I mean,
Turturro sounds Italian.
Yeah. And I mean, when you go from Transformers to this, he does such a great job playing both types of characters. He can play.
Yeah, no.
He can play
for me, I love Mark Strong. I've never really felt like he flops in anything.
Yes.
Right. But I think that I prefer Turturro over him.
Yeah.
purely because I watched the Batman before the series. Because I feel like those Falcones are two different characters. For me, Mark Strong is a stronger presence
Uh-huh.
as Falcone. By that I mean you don't want to mess with that dude. That dude is a menace. He's menacing, he's intimidating.
Mhm.
If he's pissed off, then all of you keep quiet. Kind of like when De Niro was in his prime. Like you don't mess with De Niro, you know what I mean? Whatever
I
role you saw him
yeah.
in, you
I
just get chills down your spine.
mm. But
But
actually,
then with Totoro,
mhm.
I felt like he was more, if I'm being honest, I wasn't afraid of Totoro at all when I watched him in the movie. But I admired his brain. Like when he was explaining, like, oh, you think I'm gonna I own the city, like the cops, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when he was speaking, when he was making that speech for me, I was like, you have the Riddler, you have Bruce, and you have Falcone. Both of these guys have mastered the art of hiding in plain sight type of thing.
Mm.
You know, three different characters that have mastered it. One is a killer, two corrupt, three vigilante. So there was something about it, I think. And I'm just coming up with this analogy now, but it makes sense to me. So both of them are great. Don't get me wrong.
Uh,
Um, I think that they're equally great. Let me not say I prefer one over the other because I'll be lying if I'm being honest. They're both great. I just feel like they should have just used one actor for the entire thing, whether for the movie and the series. Like it should have just been one person, whether it's Mark Strong from the get go or Totoro from the get go. That's all I'm saying.
I think you're gonna hate me for saying this, but I think Totoro did a better job. He was, I think,
Why would I hate you? That's what I said. Was
no,
it
no.
initially?
Wait, you not let me finish. I haven't finished drawing the line.
Okay.
I think Totoro made a better human being because sometimes, like you said that speech was great at the end.
Mm.
Sometimes, right? I feel like what comic books, the mistake comic books make, right, is
Mhm.
that they can be ridiculous. Like if you actually think about it, you own the whole city. Like, like if you think about like, I'm sure there are actors when they're like, I can't believe I have to say these words. Do you know what I mean?
Mm. Right.
And I feel like Totoro did such a good job with saying the words he was saying to such a
Yes.
point where he felt more
Yes.
human, in my opinion.
Yes. You
Where
know, it's kind of like when you watch. Okay, sorry. Let me not disturb you. I'll tell you afterwards. Please continue.
okay, cool. Where he just felt more human. He felt more realistic. Like there was an awkward moment when like he was talking to Bruce Wayne and then he like laughed for almost no reason. Like he was like with talking to Penguin and then like he like laughed and like looking at Bruce Wayne as he goes in. And
Mm.
to me, that felt better as Totoro than it would have felt as Mark
Mark.
Strong.
Right.
Um, but again, I agree. Mark Strong did a good job, but I actually think we didn't get enough Mark Strong, which is so funny because technically, I'm sure if you were to measure the minutes, I think we get more.
He has more screen time, I think. Yeah.
Yes, but I feel. But then again, if you think about the Mark Strong time, it wasn't actually that. It was some of it was him alone with Sophia.
Yeah, it was moments. It was not
Yeah,
like, yeah, it was
yeah,
just moments. It was not
exactly.
full scenes when you see him interacting with a lot of people.
Yeah, like that moment with Celine, Totoro's version with Celine, and you're like, yeah, he looks at me like in a weird, in a creepy way, and I don't know what it means. And you're like, oh, he knew that this was his daughter from the start. And you see it later on, like, you made me do it. This is my flesh and blood. To me, that I know you said it wasn't intimidating, but to me, I felt like, oh, he might actually kill her. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, obviously that's ridiculous, but at the same time, it felt more. To me, it felt more convincing. Yes, I agree. Mark Strong looks physically intimidating, but there's something scarier about the skinny old man like coming at Celine. You know what I
Yes. Let me explain it this way. Totoro is the guy you see in the news
mean?
that, like, when they're reporting about some homicidal maniac,
Mm,
you see his photo and you're trying to actually put the image of this person in your head as a homicidal
mm,
homicidal maniac, and it doesn't add up. It doesn't fit. Like you don't understand why this guy would be
mm,
doing the things that he's doing. Mark Strong, on the other hand, the moment you see his photo, like when you see, like, what do you call those photos that they take before you
Headshot
go to, yeah, those
or mugshot. Sorry,
those
mugshot.
mug shots.
Yeah.
Immediately like, no, nah, this nigga looks guilty. He probably did whatever they say he did. You know what I mean?
Actually, yeah, I've got a similar one where it's more like where like a South African criminal. I would say Mark Strong is your idea of a South African criminal, whereas Tuturo was more Maleven. You never give me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like he's
Exactly.
actually Maleven.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I would be more afraid of, like, in my head, I'm like, okay, yeah, he shows up, he says nothing, I'm worried. Whereas Tuturo is like, you never give me, okay, I'm in trouble right now. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
They both had their own nuances.
Yeah.
And I think I really like Tuturo's. I wish he could have just kept on throughout. I think it would have been, but it may not actually have been as good, actually. Because if you think about what needed, like the Penguin script is different to the Batman script.
100%. I feel like it's as if it's a multiverse. And I'll tell you why I feel this way. Throughout the entire series, they don't mention Selena, not even once. It's as if she was never even there.
It's almost confusing, actually.
Yeah. Exactly. So what I'm wondering is, was Tuturo expensive? Was he busy?
Yeah.
Was Zoe Kravitz busy? Was she expensive?
She was busy filming that movie, remember? The one with Channing Tatum, apparently.
No, but wasn't she like directing that movie or something? I don't know.
Directing, sorry, that's what I mean, yeah.
But my thing is,
yeah,
if Colin Farrell Colin Farrell, for me, I still consider him as an A-lister. If he's spearheading this thing, and Mark Strong is also an A-lister, then surely you can get Zoe Kravitz.
I know, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Genuinely
doesn't make sense at all.
I mean, let's not forget Mr. Krabs was there.
Yeah, and remember, Mr. Krabs has played Lex Luthor in the animated series, right?
He is
By the way, for those who do not know who we're talking about Mel Brooks. He is the one that portrayed Maroni in the series. Yeah.
Great job, by the way.
Yeah. But he kind of does sound like Mr. Krabs here and there. Oh, am I the only one that thinks this? But I feel like he does sound like.
Past maybe episode 6. That's when he really comes in.
Yeah, when he's pissed off, like the scene where he's messing up the place.
Yeah, and that's when you feel his age.
I could hear some Mr. Krabs there.
Which, by the way, credit to the what's his name? Give me 1 second. To the creator. Let's see here, Lauren LaFranc. Seems the creator. Never heard of her, but apparently she's known for Impulse. Never heard of that. But Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Chuck. Good for her.
Oh.
That's deep, man.
Interesting.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Chuck. Oh, and as a writer as well. Okay, 13 episodes for Chuck. And a producer for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Well, good for her. This was good. This was good. Almost a twist from the other ones. But no, fantastic stuff. I think this came together really nicely. I also think there's ups and downs we need to discuss here.
Yeah.
Number one, definitely a comic book. People keep saying this is more of a mafia thing, and they're right. But part of me disagrees. Like, I remember there's this one famous mafia guy who's like, yeah, nothing here would happen in the mafia. And I think they're right. Like, this is comic book mafia. You know what I mean?
This is comic book mafia, which was the intention, I guess, because even when they were created in the comics, it was just an homage to this mafia movies that they keep watching. I don't think it was meant to be as realistic as it is. Yeah.
Because it wouldn't make it. I almost want to say it wouldn't make sense, but at the same time, that's okay because it's its own thing, and by playing by its own rules in its own thing, I think it's great.
I think you need to expand on it. What do you mean by this?
Okay, let's just say it's not real mafia; it's fantasy mafia. I think people are making a mistake when they compare it to Sopranos. I think that's a bit Jesus, were you skimming The Sopranos? Were you skimming The Wire? I want you to calm down.
Right.
Now, I think it is fair to compare it a little bit to Breaking Bad, I think.
Yes.
Because, again, Breaking Bad was more exaggerated and that worked for it.
Or even, for me, even The Godfather, if I'm honest. I would put it out. I would definitely put it on the same level as The Godfather.
Right.
Becomes extremely unrealistic at some point. Like Sonny's death, having so many people like shoot this guy. Come on, guys! Like, what are we doing here? That makes no sense to me. I don't know if the mafia would do something like that for real, but no, I don't. Yeah, so or having Vito Corleone in the hospital by himself.
Oh yeah,
And then,
a whole
you know what I
setup.
mean? Michael
Yeah,
is the only one that's there. Come on,
true.
you
But
know,
I would
stuff
say
like
this.
that.
I will
Um,
justify by saying this at least. It's small scale. Everyone uses the biggest gun that's used is a machine gun, whereas in the Penguin, was it a nuclear bomb?
okay. Oh, is that what you mean?
No, not just that. Different things. Because, like for example, I would say also Godfather. I would say a lot of those scenes took a lot slower. Do you know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Okay,
They
I
were
think I
built
see
up.
what you're talking about. All right.
Whereas where the Penguin, they kind of just happened, and you have to kind of fill in the gaps by yourself.
What do you mean things just kind of happen? What are you referring to?
As in for like the detective just happened to show up next to the Penguin after the bomb went off, and then collected him. And you're like, wow, that's convenient and quick. Do you know what
Right.
I mean?
Right.
Stuff like that. That would normally stuff like that wouldn't happen in a proper mafia movie. The coincidences like that
Yeah.
wouldn't happen.
Yeah. I
And
think I think you're absolutely right. I think they still needed to give us the Batman spectacle without
mm,
Batman.
yes, or like the Penguin approaching the mayor by himself and be like, I demand time alone with you. Do you know what I mean? Do you remember
Right.
the mayor scene? Wait, was that even the mayor? Who was that? The DA? Because it couldn't have been the mayor. Because in the movie,
Wait, the
that
mayor was a black female, right? In the
yes,
movie.
yes. So who was that
Um,
guy?
which guy is it again? I'm trying to remember what you're referring to.
The okay. When the penguin wants the lights turned back on in the neighborhood when he's in hiding, so he goes approaches. Who does he approach? Some councilman. And then
Probably a councilman or a DA, like you said, probably.
boom, the lights are on now. Like it almost seems, but stuff like that won't happen.
No.
That's why I think comic books, what they like to do is round off. You know what I mean? So like in a realistic thing like The Wire, there are certain things people can't do, but a comic book will round off and just make it okay. No, you're in charge of all these 17 things, so you
Right.
do that.
Right. Like you're in charge of 3 districts
Yeah, and
instead
it's
of
like
just one.
yeah,
Yeah.
it would take 3 months in real life. It would take 3 months for that guy to turn the lights on with the
Well,
power of his
because of the bureaucracy, yes, you're right.
exactly.
Right.
Can you imagine going through the municipalities to make a decision here in South Africa alone?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. No, no.
It's a movie. So what ends up happening is so and so. But that's okay because a comic book needs to get out, needs to. This is writer talk, by the way. This is not even film talk at this point. Where
Right.
it's like you need to get certain things done in a certain amount of time while still managing to play with the person's suspension of disbelief.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Sorry, it's raining from my side. I hope you can't hear. Can you hear the rain?
No, I can't hear it. I had some rain
Oh,
on my
cool.
side too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. But it turned off now, thank God. I don't know, I find stuff like that interesting, just writer side. But otherwise, I do think this show is fantastic. Um, Gosh, shall we go over the individual episodes or what?
I think let's maybe quickly touch on the rest of the cast before we get into the individual episodes. So we have Kristen Milioti. For me personally, she is the MVP. She plays Sofia Coppola. Sorry, Sofia
Falcone.
Falcone. I'm sorry. Actually, when I was doing some research while I was watching this, um, so I think Jeff Loeb is one of the guys that created this family. I could be wrong, but when they were creating this, they were basing it from the Corleone family from the Godfather.
Uh,
There's actually another, like the firstborn from these kids. I get it. There's the firstborn who's kind of like Michael Corleone,
yeah.
but he's in the comics at the moment. He's not in the series as yet. Then there is Sophia, who's modeled after Sonny from The Godfather.
Really?
Yeah. if you think about it, quick tempered, all of those things. She's kind of, if you think about it, this is that maybe she's like a female version, but
Yeah.
if you think about it, she wants power. She doesn't like being betrayed. She puts family first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She'll do whatever it takes. And then the guy who died in the first episode, he was modeled after Fredo. Yeah. So for me, Christine Milioti, I mean, the first time I saw her was in How I Met Your Mother. She's the mother in How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, is that her? Oh, that's a nice transformation. Jesus.
Yeah. The second time I saw her was in The Wolf of Wall Street. She was Jordan Belfort's first wife. The one he cheats with Margot Robbie. Yeah.
Yes.
Then I saw her in here, and for me, she's never had a bad performance, in my opinion. And for me, she's the MVP, if I'm being completely honest.
Huh? I know you and other people.
Yeah, personally, for me, she made the series what it is, if I'm being honest, from my end.
All right, that's from your end. I'm no problem with that, man.
Yeah.
Myself, I thought she was third best. I loved her performance. I thought she was great. Third best, definitely, in my opinion.
Who's second best?
Colin Farrell and Rennie Phillies in terms of.
And who?
Renzi Phillies?
Who's that?
Victor. the nigga playing Victor.
The sidekick.
Stanley. Yes, the sidekick.
For me,
Justice for Victor.
For me, he's the third. He's the third. I would put him at third. I'd put Colin at second, and I'd put Victor at third. And
we're even forgetting about Deirdre O'Connell. Like, she was fantastic.
Who's that? The mom?
Yeah, the mom. She was.
The mom was. Bona. The mom was amazing.
I think for me, I think in terms of acting, I think Sophia Falcone's performance is up there. But I'm so bored of these emancipation plots, dude. I think I read so many books and I read so many comics and I've watched so many movies.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, she's breaking free. Let it go.
But are you telling me that you haven't seen billions of the Oswald Cobblepot trope?
No. Okay, here's the thing, right?
What?
Wait. I'm gonna need you to tell me another story where there's this guy, right?
Yeah.
He wants to reach the top, and then not even Nightcrawler, because I would argue that Nightcrawler, he comes off fine, but Coswell comes off as pathetic. He loses in the end, if you actually think about it. He wins, but he loses.
Bro, there's so many. It's just that I cannot, honestly speaking, maybe we have different experiences. Maybe that's what it is. But if I'm being completely honest, I've seen a lot of characters like this, but they're usually not the main character. They're usually like this underdog sub-villain in a show.
See, I think you're thinking of like people like Starscream, right? But I feel like you're thinking of people like, because like in a way he is a type of Starscream, but you've never seen one where they're the point, they're the main character, where you've got to follow them and you're kind of rooting for them. And in a way, they kind of achieve this positive.
Okay, maybe if we're putting it, because like I was saying, not as the main character, but I've seen that trope a lot. If we're gonna put it in the main character category, they're still there.
Main character as a main,
they're still there. I honestly just cannot give you examples at this point because it's not a lot of them. That I would agree with you. I'm not saying that he's the only one and he's the first one. For me, that's not true. I have seen stuff like that in other things. I promise you. It's just that we cannot use Kaiser Soze as an example because he was faking it, right? So, but I'm just trying to wait.
Okay.
Wait. We cannot use Kaiser Soze because one, he was faking it. Two, he was not necessarily the focal point because it was an ensemble cast, right? So those two things are the things that I'd say maybe they don't qualify him as like an Oswald Cobblepot. And he wins at the end, you could say. But
he wins completely.
Yes, that's what I was saying.
His mother, he almost regresses mentally because he's struggling with his narcissism. This is, I'm sure you've heard the expression, like a character study. And this is us watching the story of a complete and utter narcissist lie to us, the audience.
Yes.
Trick us, the audience, into taking his side and then stabbing us in the back. We're Vic.
This is what the usual suspects.
Again.
Is that what you're talking about right now, or are you talking about the Penguin?
Talking about the Penguin right now.
He stabs us in the back?
Yes. Because we're on that beautiful speech about the fall guy, the number 2 guy waiting for his shot is fantastic. He's like pushing behind you as he pushes Vic up, and it's like, this is your chance, Vic. And all the part where it's like, okay, this is the time where a character has to tell the truth. What do they call it? They call these things fall plots, where it's time for the character to grow or regress, right?
Right.
And that's the situation with his mother, where everyone knows the truth, and it's time for the Penguin to admit the truth and then grow and like start from there, and he doesn't.
No, but Maroney knew this. Mr. Krabs knew this all along. Like he would say, when you're a piece of shit, you're not gonna change.
Yeah.
I know you.
You know what?
I know your types.
Gangster. He's a gangster. I mean, he's a side character whispering stuff to you. As the main as the audience following the Penguin, you disregard him.
Right.
You know what I mean? And also don't forget, the TV series gives you examples of him going against that trope. Do you know what I mean? He goes against it, like where he defends Vic, he helps Vic out, he grows Vic almost.
Right.
You see him help his mother.
Right.
But when the shit comes to the fan and it's time to either pick his mother or just tell the truth.
Sophia, bruh, there was a point. For me, that's when I realized that this dude is fam. Like this guy is irredeemable. Like the part where he just made a deal with someone. So they come out of the lot or whatever, then the Falco, I think what's that other family? I forgot the other family. I don't think it's the Maronis. Yeah, the Maronis.
The Falcones. Okay, yeah.
No, the Maronis.
Yeah.
The wife.
Okay, yes.
The wife comes in and it's like basically puts both of them on their knees. Dog, this nigga like he starts saying, no, this was deliberate. I wanted to dog. And as he's speaking, he's spitting, but he's actually like, you actually like see spit coming out of his mouth. And Sophia is like, what is this guy saying? What the, because that woman was like, I knew you were a lying, cheating SOB. Because why are you with Sophia? This is not what you said to us. And he just start twisting stuff, dog.
Yeah. But here's the thing, right? The whole time you think to yourself, okay, because like remember, you get 2 layers to a character generally. At least a decent character will have at least 2 layers. Right. So you get the active mode and the passive mode, where there's like rules. Okay, this is the thing, but okay, these rules around his mother at least he'll tell the truth here. Nope. Turns out it's all bullshit. Do you know what I mean?
But for me, honestly speaking, I believed every word that Maroni said. So even when he was saying, even when he was saying nonsense about, even though he was denying in front of his mom, when they were like, dude, your mom knows that you killed your brothers, right? I was like, I knew this nigga's gonna twist these words because Maroni said it, dog. Like, I believed Maroni more than I believed anything that Cobblepot has to say. Because Maroni had nothing to lose. He was already in prison.
Do you know what the funny part is? I think that has to do with the movie. I think that's why we have different opinions here. I think that could be the main reason. Because
for me personally, I think it's just understanding who Cobblepot is, maybe a bit in the comics as well. But in the comics, I mean, he's in charge. It's not like
he's in charge. He's like he's already a boss. So yeah, I get what you're saying. But don't you think the movie gave you painted a picture of Cobblepot already? And then the TV series kind of rewinded it.
But in the movie, I don't remember a moment where he did stuff like what we're talking about.
Well, there's a part. Okay, let's see. No, I would actually argue he's more honorable in the movies, I guess.
Yeah.
Because there's a part where he leaves the money behind almost to distract Thingamajiggy. Though again, one could argue we're interpreting them wrong. Maybe he just wanted to get away and was like willing to sacrifice the money to get away from Batman. You know what I'm talking about, the car chase scene.
Yeah.
Brilliant car chase scene. Like that is but yeah. Where so there are two ways to look at that. Even that one. Is it Cobblepot saving himself or is it Cobblepot saving the mission? Or rather the operation, you know? Rather get Batman away with the car and then the money can at least carry on. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Or is it rather Cobblepot trying to get away as he distracts this man with the money, basically, but then he ends up getting chased anyway? Do you know what I mean? Like, Cobblepot is, let me just put it like this. The Cobblepot thing is fascinating because to me, it feels like there was balls. This took balls, in my opinion.
It did, but also I think it feels like the writers were writing themselves out of boredom. By that I mean they were tired of writing the same old stuff, the same predictable stuff. So they had to challenge themselves through Cobblepot. You know what I mean? For us to be engaged, and I'm seeing that that's also what South African writers are doing, because I've been watching a lot of South African productions on Netflix in particular. For these reviews that I'm going to be doing on the channel.
Okay.
Is that I feel like writers have found a way to make their main characters so flipping messed up in the head that they are the ones that drive the narrative as usual, but they're more proactive than reactive. And when Kak hits the fan, they either make things worse than they are already or pin the issue on someone else so that they can get away with something, and it's sort of part of the plan in the long run, you know.
Well, to be fair, that's what's supposed to happen almost. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't know about you. I mean, you and I have watched a lot of stuff. We've read a lot of stuff. At one point, it just seemed like every writer was writing a similar thing. The thing is expected. You expect characters to interact a certain way because of the characters' actions. No, nowadays, bro, it's a bit different. Like you find characters behaving a bit differently from how you normally expect them to behave. I don't know how to explain it, but there's something fresh about the approach that writers are having nowadays.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because they've realized that we have a shorter attention span, so they need to keep us more.
Well, I mean, that's what they're supposed to be doing, as far as I'm concerned. It sounds like they're just doing their jobs.
That's what I'm trying to say. Now it just seems like they're doing their jobs. They're taking their jobs more seriously than they did before.
Well, it makes sense. I mean, like I've been saying, the Koreans have been killing it this last decade almost. When was Train to Busan?
What's that?
Train to Busan, the zombie movie with the.
Oh, I don't know. Wasn't it like 2-3 years ago?
Nah, I think it was more than that. But Train to Busan, Kingdom, All of Us Are Dead. Me and my manager have been watching a lot of Japanese stuff, a lot of Korean stuff, and of course, don't get me started in K-dramas. I don't really watch that stuff. I mostly read some of the manga stuff that I would argue is K-drama level.
Yeah, no, the manhwa is definitely K-drama in manga format. Yeah. But
I promise you right now, I've not met two girls that where one of them hasn't gone, yeah, no, K-drama is fire. Do you know what I mean?
Trust me, I know people that actually enjoy that stuff.
Yeah, they love it, dude. Yeah. And I'm liking their K-action. I mean, now Squid Games 2 apparently is good, but everyone is saying that it's great. But it seems like a big setup for season 3, which is the final season. So I'll be waiting for that.
I think you know what's going on with what happened with Squid Games 2. No spoilers. No, I won't spoil it. It's Infinity War. It's Empire Strikes Back. So I think people have started now and getting the point of what those movies usually do, which is setting up for the next film.
Oh yes, they call it in books. It's the book. It's got a name. It's called the book 2 something, where basically book 2 is normally the least popular book.
Yes.
It has to get a lot of work done. Like normally,
Yes.
what happened is book one is it's like a rocket launch, right?
Yeah.
Where it fires off the plot, and then book two kind of sets up what's happening in the world in a way, and what the character has to deal with, and then the character normally loses, and then book three will normally have to build up again, and then rocket to the finish, basically.
Right. Right.
So I feel like in literature, I'm assuming that's what's happening with Squid Games, but we'll have to with Squid Game season 2. But I'll have to watch it first. I'm assuming.
No
from
problem.
what I'm hearing from you.
I think when you after we watch it, we should definitely review it.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You know what I should recommend from you? Also Korean, Hellbound. You might like it. It's kind of a. Did you ever watch The Leftovers?
No.
Okay, well, to be fair, they don't specifically say that it's Rapture, but it's a TV show where random people get grabbed and viciously beaten and then dragged off to no one knows where by these three monster like smoke demons, and no one knows if they're actually demons or whatever. And then like these cults start to form and it's chaos. And I would love to break down one of the episodes because it's a beautiful set piece where basically it starts with a flashback of a character you don't really know. And then it goes from there and it goes, and then let's just say I think they took inspiration from either The Raid or what is the Chris Hemsworth movie that was kind of like The Raid?
Extraction?
Yes. Yeah. The prison scene from Extraction, basically. And I think the prison scene from The Raid as well. And they kind of something very similar, but it's not a prison. And then it hits to the end, and it's flippin' fantastic. Cinematography, amazing. Commitment to the stunts, amazing. I hope to one day do it with you, where we just go over the scene, like we'll just slowly press the forwards button on the thing, and you can see the individual things. And yeah, I hope you'll be interested in that. I think, yeah.
No, why not, man? Let's do it.
They're doing crazy things. They're doing crazy things everywhere. Maybe you can even show me this African one, where you think they've done a local set piece, because you're watching local Netflix right now. Maybe there's a set piece you can think of.
Can you elaborate a bit more on set piece?
Okay, a set piece basically is okay. The best way to describe it is you get something called beats, right? A beat is normally an action in a storyline.
Yeah.
It can be described as a break. Also, like if someone says, if you look at a script and it says a beat, normally that means a gap, like right there. That was a beat. Where like but you get something where you basically you get beats and you get scenes and you get. The word isn't really set pieces. It's more like segment. So a beat is basically a small action. Then a bigger action is a scene, and then the completion of all the actions are like a segment or a set piece. So for a good example would be Death Note. You've watched Death Note, right?
The anime?
Yes, the anime.
Yeah.
Do you remember episode 7 with Ray Pember's wife?
Yes.
From the second they started walking to the second that thingamajiggy where he gets her name, one could argue that's a set piece.
Right.
So it's like an action from a beginning, middle, end that hits from one point and ends at another point.
Yeah.
So another example is from the bank robbery in Dark Knight. No, sorry, not Dark Knight. Dark Knight Rises. From the stock exchange car chase to the Batmobile flying away. One could argue that's a set piece. Of course, one of the most famous set pieces is, of course, There Will Be Blood, where the thingamajiggy explodes, where the oil thing explodes, and then it goes from like a normal day to like the son losing his hearing.
Right.
Stuff like that.
I get you. I get exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Where can have and doesn't feel that complex sometimes. It can just be what's a good example of something like, let's say, a rom-com, where I'm trying to think. I think The Holiday had a pretty decent one, where like it starts from a party and then like ends with them together or something like that. But point is, like, normally what will happen is it'll be an event where you all start from one set piece of mind and end up on a whole other one.
Right.
So let's say if someone starts happy, normally it'll end with everyone sad. Or if someone starts sad, it normally ends with everyone happy. Normally, like, there'll be a change in equilibrium. Normally,
I would even say the penguin scene in the Batman movie, what
Mhm.
leads to the car chase? Like,
Yeah.
you didn't expect that interaction to lead up to a car chase.
Oh, definitely,
No,
definitely. But
yeah,
it's like let's just say, yeah, from when the arrival with him and Gordon showing up to him smashing through the truck,
yeah,
I would say that's the set piece.
right.
From the thing with Jiggy where Selena Kyle shows up to them smashing through the truck and then flipping Penguin's car over, and then it's a new scene.
Yeah,
It's a new thing.
yeah.
So stuff like that. Because remember, um, there was a famous director who said a good movie is defined by 3 good scenes and 0 bad ones. I
What
think
did you say?
a good movie is defined by 3 good scenes and 0 bad ones.
Right.
You take no losses, but you manage to impress the audience 3 times, you win. Do you know what I mean? Because
Mm,
really, and that makes sense because we only take home. We only,
specific scenes.
yeah, we don't absorb everything.
No, no.
But yeah,
Unless maybe you own the movie like on DVD and you watch it every day or something. But
yes.
after
But
first viewing, we usually speak about 2 to 3 scenes like that we really like. Don't remember that part when.
yeah,
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah.
which is why it's
I
always
agree.
nicer whenever we do movies that we've all seen before, and that way when we watch them again, we catch more things because there's always more to catch.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think Tarantino even talks about that, where he says it doesn't even count as watching a movie if you only watched it once or something like that. He said something crazy like that. Where,
right.
you know what I mean? But I get what he
Yeah,
means.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, the cast was great, as we've mentioned. I think we've mentioned almost everybody that was important.
Oh, can I just say this? Okay. So I think we can all agree. Well, between the two of us, it's between Christine Milioti and Colin Farrell for number 1 and 2 in terms of
Yeah,
rank. And
yeah,
then,
yeah, yeah, because we have different
so that
rankings on
that's
that.
two
Yeah.
different ones. And then, so the twos are obviously, but that's 1 and 2 for both of us. It's 1 and 2.
Yes, yes.
And then 3 and 4 would probably be between Victor and the mother. I'm not
Yes.
sure who you'd put as 3.
No, no, I said 3 is Victor for sure.
Okay, 3 is Victor, and then the
Yeah.
mother is.
The mother would be 4.
Yeah, yeah. I think
Actually, wait. The mother for me would be 3, Victor would be 4.
I kind of agree with you a little bit, but then again, I also said Sophia is kind of lower. But then again, the mother did such a good fucking job. Like the mother was great.
No, the mother was on point, bro.
And then here's the thing: I'm gonna say something that I feel bad about, but I think it's not the actor's fault because the actor actually, because I remember him in him. I don't know why I said it like that, but him in in the other superhero one, not Iron Fist, the black guy.
Luke Cage.
There we go. Luke Cage. He played it. He actually did a better.
I don't consider that guy a great actor, to be honest.
You know what?
It's really about the psychologist.
Yes, I thought
I don't consider him a great actor at
I
all.
blame the role. Like to me, the role felt icky.
For me, he's never convincing in anything he does. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but he is never convincing in anything he does. Even when he's a good guy, dog. Like I just don't buy anything he's doing. I'm sorry.
So you ranked him low on that one. I low key, I don't think he's a bad actor. I think you're being harsh, but I do agree. I think maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just think I keep blaming his roles, and I want to defend him.
I always feel like I can tell that he's. I think the only time. Okay, let me be fair.
Yeah.
The only time that I really like when I genuinely enjoyed his performance was in Grey's Anatomy. I think it was Grey's Anatomy season 4 or something.
Oh, was it Grey's Anatomy? Was he in Grey's Anatomy?
Yeah, he played a paramedic or something.
Oh.
And yeah, there was a whole episode on him. I think it was like an A or B plot
Yeah.
in that episode. Yeah.
Army of the Dead. I don't even remember him in that movie. What was he in Army of the Dead?
I haven't watched Army of the Dead, so I wouldn't know.
Okay, why are you yawning already? Am I boring you?
No. I've been sleeping late. I've been
get
sleeping late, yeah. Sorry.
No, I'm joking, bro. Okay, fine. So he takes a bit of a hit. I kind of like this actually. I kind of like what we're doing right now. Okay, what do you?
Wasn't he in? He was in a movie with.
Yeah.
Oh, I think is it The Perfect Stranger? No, no, not The Perfect Stranger. With Regina Hall and Morris Chestnut, I think. Um,
Ooh,
what's
a
that
black
movie?
movie.
What's that movie? What's the name of that movie again?
About time. I feel
I
like we
think
don't talk
I
about
think
black
it
movies
I
enough.
think it probably came out in like 2018, 2019, somewhere there.
Okay, well, I'm seeing here Army of the Dead, The Shot. You said 2018. Okay, so we gotta go full back. Okay, I remember Low Riders. That was he played a gangster in that one, and yeah, him and like Googly Limie. What's his name? Googly Limie. The guy that always plays the ball, Hector. He always plays Hector. He
Yeah.
was Training Day. You know what I'm talking about, right? He was in Fast and
That
Furious.
guy is the true multiverse. Bruh,
Yes, he's a multiverse. So he's the Stan Lee.
Training Day is Hector. I think he's even in Bruce Almighty. Who was in Bruce Almighty? Please don't tell me it was
I
Hector.
think he's in
But
it.
he's always Hector.
Yes, with the monkey. Did the
Like
monkey
he's
up his ass,
I,
right?
I feel like 80% of his name in roles, whether it's TV series or movies, his name is Hector, bro.
It's Hector. He has to be.
What the hell, Hector? Why are you everywhere, bro?
Hector and Hector. He's the ultimate Stan Lee cameo, dog.
Dog.
And I actually agree. I think he's better at it than I think he is.
100%. I prefer Hector over this guy.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I just call him like a long lost twin sister. Sorry, long lost twin brother of Trevor Noah or something. Like
Do you know? Do you think maybe he looks too adorable?
I think that's the thing, and I feel that's like you see when you were talking about his roles.
Yeah.
I'm like I agree with you. I don't see him as a gangster or a bad guy.
Yeah, I
This
don't.
guy, I just see him as a simp, like, or not even a simp, but
He
the good
played.
guy,
Yeah.
like the good uncle or the good
Yeah.
dad. You know what I mean?
Got this
I don't see him as a villain. Like in Luke Cage, that's why I didn't feel him in Luke Cage, and that's why I didn't feel him in. I sort of felt him, to be honest, in this one. Let me not lie. I sort of felt
He
him.
played a simp, and you like that.
Not necessarily the simpy part exactly, but moments where you believe that he wanted redemption for all the atrocities that he made in the past.
Okay, I can.
Not the moment where he was like, I want to join you. Not that part. The part
Okay,
where
yeah. When
he
he
was
first
just
came back.
yes, when he first came back, like helping her out as a psychologist. Those moments.
Okay, what about this? I've been thinking about this a lot because Looper, even now, the Penguin, and of
Looper.
course Monster, Looper, they've kind of proven that when an actor has prosthetics, they can kind of change.
Yeah.
I think if you were to uglify him, do you think that would improve his performances? Like, if you think if they had to like actually give him some nice prosthetics, he would do better.
If he's totally unrecognizable and I don't even know that it's him playing the role.
You think he could do better?
Like if I have no preconceived idea
Yeah.
that he's playing that role, maybe he could do better.
All right. Okay. Fair. That's good. That works for me. Okay. What
Bruh,
about?
I don't know if you remember. Do you remember Tom Cruise in Tropic Thunder, dog?
Of course, dude.
Did you know it was Tom Cruise from the jump?
No, someone had to tell me.
Same here. I had no idea that was Tom Cruise until someone told me. I'm like, oh shit, whoa, wait.
Yeah.
And bruh, I laughed uncontrollably for a long time because
Imagine
he was dancing, he was
Can you imagine Tom Cruise going, okay, who's the kicker? Who's the kicker? You punch him in the face. Really?
exactly. And he deliberately made himself look like shit.
Dog, it was
And
beautiful.
the thing is, you don't expect Tom Cruise to do a role like that. You know what I mean? Like,
And then you're like, oh yeah, that's right. This man, he can do more than action movies. He can.
bro, like it's so weird that him and Matthew McConaughey didn't get star billing in that movie.
Dude, they were
I
just
don't know
like
how the hell did they get to even be
this
in
man
this
was
movie?
running favors, dog. He was like, I'm a pure favor. But
I was like, dog, you guys owe me. My nigga,
yeah,
you owe
Ben
me.
Stiller was like, nah, I was at your wedding. You guys owe me.
I have your videotapes, your sex tapes. Because I feel like, bro, how can you have Robert Downey Jr., Tom Cruise, and Matthew McConaughey
the chick must have been like, oh no, this is production.
Oh,
I would argue the opening scene was cheaper than hiring these people. Remember
for sure.
burning the whole forest down? Nah, that was cheaper than hiring these guys.
Bro, and those fake trailers in the beginning?
Dude, yes.
Those were cheaper than hiring these guys, though.
Yes.
But my point is,
Mhm.
the fact that I didn't know it was Tom Cruise, and I was like,
Yes.
"Hey, this guy's such an a-hole."
Yeah.
Once I knew it was Tom Cruise, I laughed my ass off. And apparently,
Yeah.
that role actually revived his career because he was doing a lot of duds at that time. Like
Yeah.
he was just doing horrible stuff.
And it makes sense. It makes sense. Good for him, though. But anyway, point is, Theo Rossi, maybe that's what he needs. He needs to go through some kind of fundamental change. I think that's what he needs to improve his performance. How did you feel about? You know what's so funny? Because I didn't watch the movie. I thought she was Selena Kyle, because this felt like something Selena Kyle would do. But I'm talking about, of course, Carmen Ejogo.
The girlfriend.
Yes, the girlfriend, the professional girlfriend.
She was good. She was good.
She was really. I thought I
She was
enjoyed.
not. She was not great or anything, but
True.
but she was good for
Yeah,
what
she
she was
was
given.
It wasn't
She kind
standard.
of reminded me of. I had a rumor in Umbrella Academy.
Yes, she did. But in terms of looks, not in terms of performance.
Yeah, no. In terms, no. Performance wise, like Allison wipes the dog. She murders this girl.
Yes.
Like, without a doubt.
I think in terms of standout performances, I feel like I want to mention I liked Robert Lee Leng, the sidekick of the main boss guy. I enjoyed his performance. I thought he stood
Oh,
out.
but I mean, he's been in a lot of things. I mean, he was in the Adjustment Bureau. He was in Man of Steel.
Oh, that is good for you, man.
No, dog. Because I remember at a point this guy was like hot. I don't know which agent he had,
Really?
but like 10 years ago or so, like 2013, like from 2009 to like 2013, he was in a lot of stuff, dog. Like he was almost everywhere at a point.
Ray Donovan, Blue Bloods. Okay, no, I see.
And he usually plays. Okay, you have a list there. So please give me like the projects that he's done from like 2009 until 2013.
Wait, you're not talking about the old man, right? You're talking about
The bald guy, right?
The Chinese, the one that like the one they were dealing with, the sidekick, the one that took over at the end.
The Chinese.
The Chinese sidekick. Okay, I know who you're thinking of. You're thinking of you're thinking of Michael Kelly. He was good as well. Michael Kelly was.
Yeah, I'm talking about the
John Vitti. Talking about the character.
The concierge, basically.
Yes. The guy he was in personally I enjoy him a lot in Lioness. Jack Ryan, he was great in. Those were fantastic, but then the older stuff that you're talking about is, give me 1 second. Okay, Black Mirror, I didn't know it was in Everest. Man of Steel, yes, of course, he was great in Man of Steel. Now You See Me, Person of Interest, Chronicle, yes, The Father. Was he the father?
I don't know about the father. I don't know about the father. No, I don't know anything about that.
Chronicle, one of the best lost found footage.
He was the dad in Chronicle.
I think so. I'm not sure. Law-abiding citizen, of course. Law and Order, yeah. Fringe, The Narrows, Generation Kill, nice film. Changeling, yeah, I remember that. Mr.
Adjustment Bureau.
Yes, I think I saw that. Yes, Adjustment Bureau. Jeez, man, this man's been a lot. He's been a criminal a lot. The Good Wife, Person of Interest, Now You See Me, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That guy is a good agent, dog. Like, yo.
Definitely. I think it's because he ironically, he is kind of like he's got this typecast. Like,
yes.
He's
usually playing someone in charge.
Yeah.
But not at the highest level of being in charge. Yes. More like second in command or third seat or middle. Yeah, middle.
He's the king of middle management.
No, he is, dog. Because who was he in Man of Steel? Like in Man of Steel, he was just someone that was close to Lawrence Fishburne. Like,
yes. You always play the Secretary of State, never president. I agree. Yeah. But it suits him.
But the Chinese guy that you're talking about, I don't remember him.
Robert Ealing, the guy that the first people they tried to sell the drugs to. Remember? They tried to. Well, clearly it wasn't memorable for you.
Oh, I remember him. The one who sort of became, you could say,
Number 2.
empathetic towards
Yes.
Victor.
Yes. He's basically. Yeah, when they were gonna kick Victor's ass. Yes.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, if I were you, I would stop.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Yeah, I remember him.
And if you think about it, he had a whole
he had an arc. Yeah.
Arc. With only
he had an arc for sure.
Yeah, what, 5 minutes per scene for 4 episodes? Full arc.
Yeah.
I think he did a great job. I think in terms of the top billing, in terms of secondary billing, him and of course Sharia Nadia Maroney and Vita. I think between the three of them.
I mean, Nadia has been acting for a very long time. Because I mean, she has a recognizable voice.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Mass Effect. In of course, she was great in Expanse. I think we've got our top for the main characters, and I think for the secondary characters, I think it's definitely Johnny, Vitti, Nadia. I think, in my opinion, Link's at the top. Nadia second place, Johnny third place.
Who's Nadia? Who's Johnny?
Johnny Vitti is Michael Kelly, the one you're talking about, the bald guy.
Oh yeah. And then who's okay?
And then of course Sharia is of course Nadia, and Robert is Link. So between the three of them, I think we can add Clancy Brown if you want to, as in terms of the middle guys.
No. Clancy Brown has to be there.
Okay, fine. We'll put the 4 of them. I still think it's Robert, then it's Clancy, then it's Sharia, then it's Michael. What do you think?
I think I would put Clancy below Michael.
So for you, Vitti's at the top. Johnny Vitti.
No. Robert is like, your list was fine. The only issue I have is I'd swap Michael and Clancy.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And he had more to do. I almost feel bad about it because in the last episode with him was pretty great. But at the same time, I still liked Robert. I liked Robert's arc. Michael Kelly's arc was more, didn't feel like an arc. It felt like you know what I mean? Like he had ups and downs, kind of.
With Michael, I feel like he's a prominent character in the wrong show.
Yeah, I can work with that. Yeah.
You know, like when you watch Bleach.
Yeah.
And you feel like the captains are just the wrong characters, the great characters in the wrong show.
Yeah.
Because it's not their show.
They'd be the lead character.
Exactly. So I feel like with Michael, for instance, if there was a spin-off show done about him dealing with crisis management for the most part.
Yeah.
Think about it like Entourage. Have you watched Entourage?
Of course, yeah.
I always feel like, in my opinion,
Jeremy Piven's character.
In my headcanon, Eric is the main character. Like E, the character E, the manager.
Yes, Jeremy Piven, yeah.
No. That's Eric. That's Eric Gold.
You're talking about okay, yes, I know you're talking about. Yes, sorry, my
Eric
bad.
Gold is the agent. I'm talking about the best friend.
Yes.
I always feel like Entourage is about the best friend. But they make it seem like it's about Vince. Right?
Yes.
But when you really, really watch it, if you really, really, really watch it.
To be fair, the movie is called Entourage, so yes.
Yes.
It
if
makes
you really,
sense
really think about it, it's about E and Ari. It's about the agent and the manager of this actor.
Yes. It's about the two of them where they battle each other and they have their own separate entire storylines. No,
because they push the narrative for the most part, if you think about it.
And don't forget, this guy knows that this guy killed his mother. Like, it's so funny. In terms of plot, John Vitti, aka Michael Kelly, should have had the number 2 bullying. Because, Falcone's killed his family, his sister. Yeah. And then he had to watch as his sister's daughter was thrown away, tossed aside into a prison, into a mental asylum.
Right.
To watch this one.
Yeah, because he's the uncle, right? He's her uncle, basically.
Yes. And it's this whole storyline, but the way it's told, he's still not one of the most important characters.
You know who I see him as? He's like the Robert Duvall in The Godfather. Like
even Robert Duvall got more to do. Actually,
no, for sure. No, I'm talking about in terms of importance.
Oh, right? Okay, yeah.
But he's just not given the same treatment as Robert Duvall. If that
Not
makes
enough
sense.
gravitas. But yeah, because you kind of watch Robert Duvall's character get pushed aside slowly.
Yes.
Where they're like, "Hey man, you're just not a wartime conciliary dog. We gotta push you aside a little bit. We gotta
Right.
someone else
Right.
here." And
But
yeah,
you could see when Vito was in charge, you understood why
Mm.
he wanted Robert Duvall
yes,
in charge, and you also understand why Robert Duvall was so prominent in like the first two acts. Probably,
yes.
you
Okay,
know.
no, I hear what you're saying. It's more coherent. It's more. I actually agree with you. That's
You know,
fantastic.
it's like if we were to watch a spin-off of just called Falcone,
Yes.
and we see Johnny Vitti taking orders from Falcone and acting
And
them
you saw it
out.
being fleshed out, it would be
Yeah,
fantastic. I agree with you. Because it
exactly.
needed fleshing out.
Yeah, that's all. That's all he
Yeah.
needed. But also for me, if I'm being completely honest,
Mhm.
um, who is it? I'll tell you just now. But Falcone's younger brother.
Yes.
Ah, I don't
Uh,
know if we mentioned him here. Is he here?
he's got to be here. Is it the Michael Zegon? Yes, Alberto Falcone. Michael Zegan.
No, isn't Alberto the younger brother?
Oh, which Falcone are you talking about then?
I'm talking about the uncle.
You mean the guy that comes in later on to take over?
I'm talking about Falcone's younger brother. Not Johnny Vitti. It was Johnny. You remember it was Johnny Vitti, and there was another guy
Yes.
who actually looked like
One that took over
Mark.
afterwards.
They kind of looked like Mark Strong in a way.
Yes, the one that took over afterwards. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, that's the guy I'm talking about. For
Okay,
me,
second.
he should be on the list of the secondary characters we're talking
I mean,
about.
that man got annihilated pretty quickly, but at the same time, I know what you mean. I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah.
Can
No,
I?
I think he was good. Personally, I think he was good.
Because it's not
But
Alberto.
but he's not even on here.
Yeah, he's not even on this thing.
No, it's not. It's not on IMDb.
Dog. Was he just showing? Was he like a cousin that showed up to help out? Carmine Falk. Oh
No, I
no.
mean he had a lot of screen
Wow,
time.
Mark Strong was not even on this list. I just realized that he's not even on this list.
Exactly.
Young Sophia. Give me a second. Yo, the billing is low here. If he's showing up so low. Ah, fuck. Control F.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. Alberto, Tina. Is it Luca?
Nuka.
Let me just see. I'll tell you now. Is that him? No, I don't think it's him. I think that's one of the other people. Carmine. Robert Falcone? Oh, no. Right? I don't
I don't
even
know.
see him here.
No, it's fine. We don't
Even.
have to.
Yeah, now
Huh?
I feel like we're getting lost in this.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh well.
Wait, was it Milos?
Nope, that's not him.
It's not Milos.
Say it again, Milos.
Yeah, Milos Krapa. No, I don't think so.
Give me 1 second.
No, it wasn't Milos.
And Michael Zegan was the younger person. What the hell?
I meant James Medio. That's the actor's name. It's not him because he was like Carmine's former bodyguard or something like that. It's not
Yeah,
him.
it's not him. I also thought that. I was like, oh, is it him? But no, it's not. It's not him.
Yeah,
He was like one of the people that the Penguin had to freak out about.
right.
Race? No, no, that was the guy playing
No,
the.
it was Scott Cohen, I think.
Yo, we got
Yeah,
stuck in this.
yeah, Scott Cohen. It's Scott Cohen. He played Luca Falcone.
How did you? There we go. Got it.
Yeah.
It's because of the beard, right? So the picture is not. Yeah, the picture is confusing me. Yeah, it's because of the beard is missing, right? He had a beard in the Penguin, right?
No, in the show he didn't have a beard.
Oh, why am I not recognizing him then? That's funny. But no, I agree, it's him. But My face is struggling with this one.
Yeah, Scott
Alright.
Cohen.
Anyway, yeah.
Anyway, sorry we wasted
He
your time.
wasn't high on the list. In my opinion, he wasn't that high on the list. Like
Okay.
the fact that we had to struggle to find him proves that he wasn't that high on the memorable list.
For me personally, I really, really liked him.
Yeah, but no, I didn't say he was bad. Do you know what I mean? But I'm just saying like he wasn't that high on the memorable list in terms
Okay.
of stuff we're talking about right now.
Right. Well, I would disagree, but I hear you though. Like I'm talking
Who
about
would you
myself.
take
I'm
off?
talking about myself.
Of the 4 people, who would you take off to put him there?
Out
Of
of
the
the 4
we
people,
mentioned,
who are the 4 people that mentioned again?
Clancy Brown, the Asian guy.
I'll take out the Asian guy.
Really?
Yeah.
In 2 episodes.
Yeah, I'll take out the Asian guy.
All right. That's your list, man.
Yeah. Because remember, man, the guy, I'm talking about the guy's importance in the role. This guy had to make the decisions. He was there when at the funeral when he had to make a speech. He was telling Sophia nonsense.
Then he was removed. He was an obstacle to the emancipation.
I know.
But that's about it, in my opinion. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not saying he was useless, but
No, I understand you talking about impact and then the narrative and all of that. I'm just talking about his importance in the role.
all right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a nice picture of him.
But anyway, I feel like we are.
Yeah, we stuck on this one for a minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that was kind of. You wanna?
Is there anything else you want to say? Is there anything else you want us to touch on before we
Before we what?
we shut it down?
Okay, well, I would like to talk about the episodes a little bit, like rank them.
All right. Before we do that, there's just one Easter egg. I think that people don't know. So when Cobblepot meets Vic for the first time, he sees Vic trying to steal his tires. That's an homage to the first time Batman sees the second Robin in the Bat family, who is called Jason Todd.
Yeah.
That's how they met. So it was just basically an homage to that.
Now that I did not know. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we do all 8 or just like top 5 or top 4. Let's say top 4.
All right, top 4 is fine by me.
Okay, top 4. Well, yeah. From now on, we do half, half the episodes. Okay, number 1 in my opinion is episode 8. Episode 8 was Jesus Christ. Holy shit! It all came together incredibly. Wow. So number 8, episode 8 is definitely the best episode.
How does episode 8 start again?
If I'm correct, he's already kidnapped. He gets grabbed by the policeman, and then it starts with them inside the thing, and they go over. Oh, let's see. Let me get a synopsis for you. Crap. Did I get a synopsis? Give me a second. The truths are laid bare as Oz Cop nears the end of his journey, and his power struggle comes to a head. So yeah, it's when he gets kidnapped after the explosion.
Okay, for me, I would say the number 1 for me would be the backstory.
So episode 7.
Yeah, where we see him and his brothers.
Alrighty. And then number 2 would be, for me, it would be. Give me a second. I did like if I'm correct, it is episode 5. That is the mental asylum episode.
Yeah, I remember that episode.
Yeah, so I think that would be my number 2.
Like I would say 90% of that episode is Sophia, if not 100% of that episode.
Yeah, almost 100% Sophia, yeah. I think how insane, first of all, her discovering that her father is a serial killer, which was low-key set up in the movie. I found that interesting.
Yeah.
He basically strangles 3 people. Well, you only see 1 attempted strangling, but he's got his 3rd strangling, and then before you know it, it turns out there was 4, and he's a serial killer. I like the whole the woman stabbing herself. I actually thought this again. That actor that you hate was probably the least interesting part of the whole thing. But everything else in that whole episode was fantastic. I thought all performances were great. Her killing that the
Damn, the
I,
the actor that I hate.
I
Jeez.
thought they were doing a Harley Quinn thing there.
Yeah,
She
there
sounded,
was some Harley Quinn thing because she did sound like Harley Quinn. Yeah.
yeah, only for her to kill her. I was like, Jesus,
Dang.
damn. So episode 4, to me, that was fantastic. And then so that's my number 2. What's yours?
Ooh. Yeah, no, that's a strong episode. I think I'm with you on that one.
Alrighty.
Because like I said, she's my favorite character in this entire thing.
Yeah.
So she got to be fleshed out more.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think my number 3 then will be episode 7. I think that was a great episode. It was alarming. It was shocking. It was, yeah. It was also Vic trying his. It was also the culmination of Vic at his best. I think. I think a lot of good Vic-isms came together there. The storyline of Vic came together nicely. Loved it so much. So yeah, episode 7 would be my number 3 slot. Yours?
Episode 1.
Episode 1. Alrighty.
Yeah, because you meet Vic for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
You meet Sophia for the first time. You see the obstacles that Oswald has to face. He almost died in that episode. Kidnapped, naked,
Yeah.
tries to maneuver. I think you even see his foot.
Mm-hmm.
Like you see, like it basically sets up a lot of things.
Yeah, that's a good start. It's a great.
A fake alibi, kill someone, tries to bury the body, all of that stuff. And I think you also see how useful Vic is gonna be because he brings the body at the right time.
Yeah, because he couldn't do the head thing.
Like Vic like he is the best Robin that we've seen in live action, but he's not actually a Robin, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree. That's a pretty good one, man.
Yeah.
And that's why I'll make it my number 4. I was gonna say my number 4, but I think I'm glad you agree with there. I think it was a good number 4 for me. Like everything you said, I thought everything coming together with maybe Vic, maybe he's gonna die, maybe he's not. Who knows? The whole thing with the Penguin being like in charge and then giving him a shot. I thought that was great. That's my number 4. So what's your number 4?
My number 4 is the funeral episode. I just don't know which episode that is.
I think it's episode 2. Yeah, it's episode 2.
Yeah. For me, I really love that episode because they have a plan. Things don't go according to plan. Vic has to sort of improvise. Oswald has to improvise. Initially, they wanted to do something, but then things don't work out. Now Oz has to take matters into his own hands. Sophia also wanted to do something, but that plan doesn't work out. Then they pin it on the wrong person. The wrong person dies. For me, great writing. Great writing. Because Cobblepot speaks to the guy that's kidnapped. The guy says, no, it's all good. Let's do your plan. Cobblepot changes his mind a couple of minutes later just because Vic got caught. So he had to improvise. So
yeah. For me, I think then of course number 5. Wait, no, that's it. That's 4. Sorry. Yeah, that's the 4. Yeah, cool.
No, it's fine. If you want to do all 8, it's okay.
No.
Okay.
I'm surprised 8 wasn't even on your list. I'm surprised, but okay. Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
8 is fine.
Even the way your voice went up like that, I was like, 8 is fine.
No, it's fine. For me, the moments that stood out is the death of Vic.
Yeah.
Sophia almost dying, but Oswald doesn't kill her.
Like, I think, don't get me wrong, that's a punishment worse than death, in my opinion.
It is.
I think she would have prayed for death rather than go back in that fucking prison cell.
Hey, dude. Yeah,
but,
for sure.
I think that's all I've got, man.
All right, guys, thank you so much for checking us out. This is going to be a first of many, God willing. So we shall see you guys on the next one for sure. I'm sure Rob and I are gonna be touching on some of the Netflix stuff that I've been watching. But like I said, some of them are gonna be solo dolo. So if Rob is not here and gives his very informative insights, please forgive me. I'm not Rob. But from myself and Rob Sibeko, this is African Frame. Thank you guys so much. We have reached 420 subscribers at the moment. This is basically our best performing channel. So we truly thank you guys for that. And please do share this content to anybody you think will enjoy it, if they're cinephiles or whatever. But yeah, we shall see you guys on the next one. Cheers.
Yep. You know what? I think I like that. See, I've always
Mama.